Welcome today to the lovely Hayfield for the Carpa final. We're going to do a live match with me fishing the final, hopefully on a flyer, and showing you some of the things that I do through my match and some of the changes I'll make. It's been a long, hard road to get here for some people. I was lucky to qualify early. There's 2 prizes on each lake, 2 winners. It's basically 2 matches, but we're fishing for £1,000. So it's a good match to be in, and it's been 26 weeks of the hardest matches and cold weather to get here today. So hopefully, let's see how we go on, draw a flyer, and you can sit and watch what I do through my total match today.
As you can see, all the anglers are lining up to draw. We're going to be doing the draw any minute now. Just going to get this rowdy bunch underway and see who's going to be walking away with the cool £1,000 to the winner, followed by, well, a big list of prizes. So we're going to start the draw now and see who's going to be lucky and not so lucky. So best of luck to everybody. Right, Robin, go forth.
Oh, 81 Adam.
81 Adam. Steve Cooke. Experience. Adam's 37.
Right, we've drawn my peg. I'm sat on 37 on Big Adams. I sat here on Wednesday. I actually won this lake on Wednesday off this peg, but the wind was behind me, which made it more favourable. I fished a waggler all day on Wednesday. So it's part of my armoury today, waggler. I'm going to have a go with it, hopefully pick up odd fish now and again. But the wind's going to make it difficult, so hopefully we'll pick odd fish on that. I'm going to start at 2 plus 3 sections, and I shall fish that for the first maybe 20 minutes. This peg's got some form, so I'm in with a chance. It's not one that I'd pick. I really wanted one with an M peg as well, but you know, beggars can't be choosy. As for rigs, I've got 3 shallow rigs set up, a jigger, an edge rig, which is basically a chuck away line. I don't think I'll catch on that, but the last 10 minutes if they come in and I need a big fish, that's where I'm liable to get it from. So I've set it up and I will feed it with maybe 50 minutes to go. I'm going to start, Sam said short 2 plus 3. I'm going to start on corn because I've had loads of corn chucked to them. Everybody's going to be fishing pellet. I think fish eat what they want to eat. So that's going to be my start, and we'll see how it goes from that. We'll probably swap and change through day. My plan was to fish waggler out and out all day and bomb underneath it, but wind keeps picking up a little bit, making it a little bit too strong. But we'll swap and change as we go through the day, and we'll pick out what we think's the right method as the day moves on. Obviously things will swap and change about. So see how we go on. Well, I thought I had a bite last time, but I thought it might have been a small fish. But obviously we're off and running now. Get myself sorted and nice and steady away. It's not an happy fish. Thing is, if fish in here are so big, you need to be nice and patient. Take your time. I always think your first fish is really important. It helps you to calm down a bit. Steadies your ship. So we'll take our time with this. Nice and steady. I think with the wind as it is, my match has changed a little bit. I was hoping to feed a waggle line and fish it at some point, but with the wind in my face, I've changed to the chances are fishing a waggler out the window and gone to feeding the shallow line. And hopefully it'll pay dividends later in the day. But this is a nice start. Just get them in there. Take my time. No rush. Right around this fin. And hopefully we'll get him up this time and we'll have him when he comes up. He's not an happy fish, this lad, is he? Just take your time. Oh, yeah. Is it? Oh, that's a nice start for the first fish. And he's going to be £10. And because there's a strict net limit at Hayfield of £50 per net, no leeway. You have to click your fish and be quite accurate. Last thing you want to be doing is going over in the net because it's total disqualification for that. So we clicked him at £10, and I think he were about 9. Right. Tend to feed a little bit of corn after every fish. Keep feeding the shallow line. One of the things about these lakes is it's got quite a lot of Carasio in it. And you're far better feeding 4s for Carasio than 6s. So if I start to catch it on Carasio when I do go shallow, I will swap to feeding 4s. Because it can be a nightmare missing bites at times. I think winds forced me to change a little bit my plan. It wasn't too strong when we sat down first, was getting the kit ready, but it's picked up a little bit. And the last thing I want is 8mm pellets all over in my peg. I'm going to fish it reasonably tight. Hopefully I'll stop on this one all day. Well, I was just getting ready to come off this. Missed a bite, dropped it straight back in, flicked it over again, and I'm playing another one. Wow. When I picked up, there were a massive vortex and swirl, so I think this is quite a decent fish, even though it's come in like a nice little well-behaved carp. After a really quiet first hour, just for one fish and one far looker, I decided to pick a shallow rig up, deep shallow, just to see if there are any to be had. And I got one quite quickly. I was just about to come off it and try something else, another shallow rig, and got another. So I'm going to keep at it for a little bit longer. There's nobody really racing away with it, and you just need a little run to come together, and then I'm going to, as you've just seen, I've just had one and then fed my short line because I want to keep that ticking over. I don't want to give it up because I think that may become a lot better a little bit later. So hopefully just keep trying to pinch 1 or 2 fish shallow. There's odd ones showing themselves, and it's just mainly a matter of when they want to start feeding, whether that be on me 6 metre line or shallow. But there's quite a few fish showing themselves shallow. So, and it's another problem you have, because they're so cute here at Hayfield, because they're so cute here, it's a matter of working out how they want it shallow. Do they want it slapped? Do they want it hanging there a little bit? Do they want plenty of feed? So it's just a matter of working out how they want it, and quite often that'll change throughout your day, when you'll catch 2 or 3 on your feed, and then you'll just need to slap for a little while. But there's not masses of fish there. I'm not getting loads of indications. I think I've had 3 on it, but we're still keeping in touch with everybody else, and that's the main thing. So I'm hoping to just keep nicking odd fish here and there and hope that one of my lines comes alive on me. And that's the most difficult thing, is just to keep trying to get an odd fish by swapping and changing. It's weird how sometimes you can feed quite heavy and they come to your feed, another time you just need to slap and catch an odd fish that's about, rather than feed. You're giving them too many options. One thing I'm surprised we haven't had a carasio. Generally they follow wind, and these are really quite good for carasios, these pegs, especially when the wind's like it is. So that surprised me a little bit. And it's gone again, we've got another one. Now we're starting to pick odd fish up. Hopefully it'll improve. So we're just going to keep trying to nick odd fish on this, keep topping up my short line, and hopefully pinch fish off each line. You have to watch him, Paul. They're always talking about big uns, this lad. Yeah, I know, he's had 2 in 2 chucks, hasn't he? He's had 2 in 2 chucks. So what I've done is I've just tried an 8mm. 2 reasons. One, it makes a lot bigger slap when you drop it in. And secondly, they have tons and tons of 8mm fired at me. This one's quite angry. That's it, change its direction. So sometimes little changes can make a massive difference. Sometimes it's just not the pellet, it's just the fact it's a bigger bait. And so just small changes. This is a proper boy as well. Nice big ghosty. Oh, it's getting, yes, sod. It was in then. Saw him again. Got his body in, but not his head. I've had it 3/4 of it in twice. I hope we're not going to put them netting skills on, Dave. I hope we're not going to use my netting skills on that one. I know he got its body in, but he couldn't get its head in. You can't see him because the ghost is. It'll be £6. I reckon I'm going to feed my edge as well. Not that I think I'll catch on it, but I'm going to put a bit in. What I've decided to do now is feed me edge. Just put 3 pots in. Mainly because I'm not catching quick enough and I may need this to come in and perform for me. So the thing is about Hayfield, I know I've only got one platform between me and the next lad, between me and Jason, but sometimes they'll come in 3 or 4 foot from you if they want to come in. Now, I wouldn't always want more room than this, but it's what I've got. But there's every chance that they will come in. Just want to create ticking over and hopefully have a good run at some point. Later in match. Right. So we're gonna I'll put a pot in on my short line and I can have a look at that as well. And then we'll back on Waggler and just keep trying to hunt fish. And hopefully at some point get a run. Was it? Oh. Nice log. What, had a carp? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Not very often. So we're looking at, what time is it? 2 o'clock, so we've got 2 hours. So we need to have a run. We need to start thinking about having a run. Just a matter of trying to get your bait out to where you want them to be. Wind is off a little bit and you get your bait where you want it, keep it a little bit tighter and you get a bite. You just got to keep plugging away and hope to get some better fish. If truth be known, I didn't think it was right for waggler with this wind, and realistically it's not quite right. It's a little bit too stiff. Not the fact that I can't fish it with this 8 grammer, this traditional 8 gram waggler. The problem you have is getting your bait where you want it and keeping it tight. And last thing you want is a load of bait going all over. Not happy, bunny. This one's not happy, is it? That's why he's not very happy, he's hooked inside. But they all count. Right, we've made a little change. See if I can catch them. Till end down this edge. Normally here you always get some signs, visible signs that the fish are there. I haven't seen any. But this place you never know. As always, after every bite of every fish, feed again. Micros, corn and dead reds, just every chuck. Now, just keep putting in and swapping between a big bunch of dead reds and 2 corn. Let's try corn. I like 2 pieces of corn because it's quite an heavy bait and don't get blown about as much. I don't think there's a massive amount of fish in there, but I've had a bite in the swell, so. Right, that's the end of the match. To say I've had a good match and be an understatement, it's been terrible. If I'm honest, what I've done, the decisions I've made have been right way of fishing, basically fishing shallow. I had a little run shallow and caught odd fish through day on the pole shallow. I thought the wind was too strong, blowing in my face to catch on a pellet wag because it blows it back at you and your bait's all over. But I had a little go on that and caught 2 or 3 fish and foul hooked a couple. I've had a look down the edge. I caught 1 small one and a perch, but there were never any signs there. It's too close to the next guy, really. They do sometimes come in that close, but today's not been right for it. And then with like 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, I've gone back shallow, slapping, and it's solid. I've lost a few fish, especially in this last 20 minutes when it's been solid with crashes, just trying to bully them really a little bit. But looking back, I wished I'd have started exactly the same, fished longer on my pole shallow and just work your way through the quiet spells and hopefully have little spells when you catch 4 or 5 carp and build your weight up. I probably swapped and changed a little bit too much, lost my way in back end at match. Hopefully I might pinch a default section or with a bit of luck. I don't know how well the other lakes fish behind us. I think Sellers is going to win this side, so hopefully we'll sneak a little section. We'll have a look at the end at the payout and we'll see how we've done. I've weighed in, I've done a little bit better than I thought I had. I've weighed in 91.15, I think it is. I'm disappointed because I left a few fish in. I've lost my way a little bit in the middle of the match. I should have based this stuck to shallow all the time on pole and occasionally leaving it and going out wide and trying to nick a fish from that. But I lost my way a little bit when it went a little bit quiet. Wind's got a little bit stronger, which has made it a little bit awkward. But I've had £91. I think Sellers is going to win this lake. Hopefully I might get in top 5 and have a decent payday. It's been a lovely day.
plenty of bites to be had. It's been hard swapping and changing about and changing rigs and up and down and doing the normal thing that you do. And it hasn't been mad. The fish that I've caught generally been big. In the last 15 minutes, crassios turned up. You know, and I've had like 4 crassios and 4 come off trying to bully them back. So you can soon do a big wave if they just come a little bit earlier. But end of the day, we're happy we've had a nice day's fishing.
Yeah, Adam.
Both collecting £1,000. On Island Lake with a weight of 135 pounds 4 ounces is Matt Marshall. And on Island Lake, weight of 91 pounds, Steve, my dad, Steve Cooke. Steve Cooke and Matt Marshall are the 20, 24, 25.
From thinking I was going to probably sneak a section and maybe get in lower order, I've actually gone and won it, which is really brilliant. It just shows that you can be sat on the peg concentrating on what you're doing, that you don't really know what's happening around you. The guy who I thought would won it, my mate Andy Sellers, has actually come third, and it's been a tight match. I still think that in middle of the match I lost my way a little bit, and I think I've left a few fishing today, but I got enough out to win it. Thanks for watching Garbolino channel. Keep an eye out for more videos that will be coming your way soon.